Signori, bentornati su Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, quarto episodio oggi. Pronti per andare insieme al signore Semine e al capitano Nodoso a cercare le merci che sono state rubate al fabbro. E spero che l'episodio vi piaccia. Buona visione, divertitevi.
Troskowitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskowitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
Be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Parliamo con Nodoso. Dimmi, Nodoso.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Semine. It'll be an honorable fight. You better act accordingly. Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Sword?
Spada.
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. Sword belongs in noble hands. You can have my cut. Might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks and get your arse into the pen.
Fucking hell!
Henry, come here.
No, no.
What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyway, you can keep that old junk, Henry, even my cut. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
My left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Un po' troppo giù. Oddio, che immagine ambigua. Amico.
Presidente? Presidente?
One eternity later.
Sì, gliel'ha fatta. Buon'ora.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Semine. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
Can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein. It's the performance that counts.
Ciao,
While we're
Riccardo.
on the subject,
Che posso
from
dire?
that, clear you're not from Troskowitz.
I'm from Silver Scalets, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight,
Tutto a
sir.
posto, Ricky.
I have work here.
Excuse me.
and a
Sì,
lot
siete
of
mutati
stores
proprio
to
che io intanto stavo
Want to
giocando
get
Kingdom Come
revenge
Live.
for what happened back home?
Quindi potete dire tutte le parolline che volete.
Doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see
Sì,
a bit
sì,
of
sì,
the
va bene,
world.
Ricky.
You do it.
Cazzo, te dobbiamo parlare.
So, we're in Troskowitz now, sir.
Va bene, Ricky, poi te
Shall
faccio
I go
capire
to the
allora però.
bailiff
Preferisco
and
qua.
ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. The young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. Right, Henry.
Hello, Miggy.
Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
Hello, hello, hello.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
Va bene, noi non ci
About
siamo
who?
mai visti.
Since you're not here, how could I speak of you?
That's what I like to hear. I run along.
Eccolo. Salve, Balivo.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the fort?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did. A few days back, they raced through the village in the early
Bella,
evening
Ricca.
so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia.
Questo
on the
dovrebbe
road
essere il
to
Balivo della
Eugene.
città, quindi te dovrebbe essere anche
And
una
you're
figura di
looking for them?
spicco
I am indeed.
all'interno della
I'm glad
città.
to hear
Pensa
it.
come cazzo è
I
vestito.
heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without
Cosa,
that
Joe?
kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
Seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Though not everyone sees
Compare le
eye
due.
to eye. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with.
Sai
If
che,
I'm
sai che
gonna
non
pay
deciderà, non
understand.
dipende da te, vero Gio?
But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is, because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin, while he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
To calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk can stir things up.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand. You know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you, but to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why is that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Then, young man, how did it go?
Spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yitchin, the bust. And what about my good?
They were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yitchin.
Sir, I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
You'll be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir.
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to
Va di moda,
Yitchin
Fabio.
and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my brains they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go then. So, say now, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road now. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Pezziniamo la zona.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
Found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch, to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then. Gnarly! Back here.
Getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's a tough question, sir. But nothing happens on God's green earth without his will. If that's the way God wants it, there's nothing you can do.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Cosa mi dice che fa riferimento a quello che abbiamo corcato di potta alla fine dello scorso episodio. Siamo ad Apollonia, che oltretutto è un punto di viaggio rapido. Quanto è lunga sta strada, comunque incredibile, non gliela posso fare. Sa che alzo leggermente questo.
Oh, hold
Così
up.
poi in post-produzione non devo fare chissà che cosa.
I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. It's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell would that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
A noi tocca tornare indietro, quindi a questo punto dice di qua. Andiamo di qua. Senza ammazzarci. Allora, tecnicamente io avevo visto questo. Ok, qua c'è il coso. Perciò io deduco che se vado di qua e proseguo. Oh, qua c'è qualcosa. Qua c'è il... il carro questo.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Ma c'è un veramente
I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Mutt!
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old
Here you
young
go.
milker would only
Take
break
it.
a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet.
Solo sincero non li ho cagati di
Can't be
striscio,
sure
ragazzi.
of anything.
Ci andrò impegnato a far smettere Matte di abbaiare.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Semine was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why's that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
Mutt!
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now she had some tales about this.
You're my doggy, eh?
Every night we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't
Hai
much
sentito le
I'm
voci?
afraid of.
Qua a sinistra?
When that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows and the whirring of the spinning
Sono
wheel.
confuso perché non sto scherzando da quello che
It's
che
true
sto
about them devils.
auscultando.
They say there's a gateway to hell under Troskowitz, and they come crawling up into the car.
Wait a moment. Do you hear that?
I do. There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer. We do now. I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
Sì, che c'hai ragione.
They rolled around and gave off sparks. Aye, sparks.
To our arsehole. I'd have nothing to do with a wench like that.
Those definitely aren't the blacksmith's hands.
E chiama pattuglia. La faccio solo.
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Let's end this, you
Bleeding. Oh, this day took it out of me, and no
Sono
mistake.
veramente bravi.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. None of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hand. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them, but I don't think it was that.
Me neither. Past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense, but I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Oh, well, you were right, as always. Let's go then. You ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
Thought we had everything clear, Venza. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venza. You vouched for the crooked fucker, so now it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. Then to save my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. Can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Johnny said.
Yes, exactly.
Only it was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry. There won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything.
Ragazzi, finisce palese in rissa sta roba.
Gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
You must be from Semine, sir. Of course you can have everything back, as long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things different? You lay down your weapon, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
You gaping at? At them!
Comunque non ha minimamente spiccato.
Hell, hammer them, men!
We'll finish this quickly.
È andato.
You horse son.
Non è andato.
Slice him up.
You want to try me?
Bravissimo. Stavo aspettando altro.
This one is still left. They got what they deserved, the fuckers.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rock. Chase him down and bring him back.
But they'd taken him cap. What use would he be to us?
Are you deaf? Didn't you hear what they said? They took him captive because he wanted to drive off with the load. They fucked over Radovan, fucked over his lordship, and wanted to fuck over that bandit too. They were in cahoots. Only the thief wanted to rob the thief. And they deserve the same punishment, if not more.
Ha senso.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my hands. Besides,
Comunque
you're
non è
the
vero.
one-
Vado.
I'll go and track him then.
Right, hurry.
I've got you now, Venza. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
One-on-one.
Effetti.
Yeah, but it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if
Giusto.
there's no other
Facciamogli
way.
capire come stanno le cose.
Fuck. All right, I'll come with you, but you'll put a word in for me.
I might, as long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now, come on, got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. All worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of the camp.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. There's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. Now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want to ride? Go via Troskowitz and drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov.
Ma
You ought to
io...
report back to Radovan as soon as possible. about what happened with his hands.
Did you wait a while? I'd better just check that I haven't lost while running around here.
All right, but make it quick. I was happy to get out of Semine for a while, but now I'm looking forward
Così
to
facciamo un
being
attimo una
back at
rapida
my
ispezione,
own
ragazzi. Sicuro
fireside.
io non ci torno più qua.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
So you wanted to steal the cart for yourselves, but you still got caught.
I didn't want to steal anything. That was Vencer.
It was your idea. What the fuck are you talking about, blaming Vencer?
You really are prize idiots. If you hadn't gone around the rocks, you could easily have got away. But I've got a big heart, so I sent the lads to give you a hand.
I told Francie it wasn't a good idea to nick it.
Bollocks. As soon as you saw the lads, you gave the horses the whip. You were holding the reins, Vencer.
You see?
While you were shouting rude insults. So you're both in it up to your necks, as far as I'm concerned.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
Ah, it depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
If Lord Semine's in a good mood, he'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Francie.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear I'm a Marcel.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Ha! Every man she could, I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spat. Right, we're in Troskowitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Semine sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
Job done. Art was found and driven to Lord Semine's courtyard.
Ooh, that's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did they?
Aye, they plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
Bastards. I should have realised they were a bit too keen on work. How did you get the cart back?
I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God hail. And the three of you tracked them down, the whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the carts and the goods.
Indeed. Where else, bastards? And what about my hand?
Not sure. Lord Semine took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Now, don't worry. I don't think Lord Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. It'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? Now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
That'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up. And it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, Elif's daughter, when you were in Troskowitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her.
Looks
ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
No, Master Blacksmith. There's no one waiting to drag me to the altar in irons.
Anche perché tecnicamente lui è già sposato.
Good for you, lad. Have your fun while you can. No need to hurry. hurry. A wedding's a serious business. Not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man. Worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. What are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. That's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God, you really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. You don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambro, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails. Let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia. And folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our Julia Hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? Nothing better for a sword.
See now? Do understand there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies, blessings. Now he won't see no way. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings on.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia, but you'll have to ask the Troskowitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. In return, you'll get me invited to Semine's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Troskowitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. Best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
Abbiamo completato questa missione. Noi sicuramente dobbiamo venire qua, ok? Buono, Matt. Dobbiamo venire a Semine. Qua sono arrivati col carro. Poi vorrei andare qua dietro. È il nostro cavallo questo.
Wait, that's my pebbles. My girl. I thought they killed you down by that pond.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
Dobbiamo parlare con lui.
What would you like?
That grey horse you have grazing here is mine.
What do you mean yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond. But that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
He's my horse. I rode in on her from Ratai, in the retinue that was attacked down by the pond.
Right. You happen to need a new horse, and this one just happens to be the one you already own. Does it have your brand? It does not. So you are out of luck.
Who sold her to you?
I told you already. Some young lad. He wasn't from here.
What did he look like? Where'd he go?
You're a bit hasty, eh? He had black hair and a big beard, and he looked like he'd been sleeping in the woods. His breath smelled like hell, but I couldn't tell you where he was headed.
You know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, did I?
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few gross. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe
Cosa
me
fosse
one.
molto più difficile tenerla.
Go and get her then. If she remembers you, you might even come when you whistle for her.
Vecchio amico.
We're gonna miss that one.
Signori, anche l'episodio di oggi si è concluso. Spero vi sia piaciuto. Vi ricordo che in descrizione, per chi volesse, c'è anche l'episodio integrale per vedere tutto senza tagli. E a lunedì prossimo con il quinto episodio.